time.
Prime time.
What time is it?
Showtime prime time.
It's XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.,
Why in the world am I sitting back and being quiet about this?
Matt Hayes,
Oh, my God, this is ridiculous.
and Leon Searcy.
If you can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
What a good feeling. Coming out of Christmas, hopefully everybody had what they were hoping for under the Christmas tree. Hopefully they were with friends and family as we welcome you back to XL Primetime after what was a nice long holiday weekend for a lot of you, and hopefully you enjoyed the heck out of it, that's for sure. That win yesterday, that was a little icing on the cake, a little something extra for you. As far as Jaguar fans are concerned, this time a year ago, all you were hoping for was a higher draft pick. It ain't your concern anymore. Not right now, because this team right now is feeling it. On a hot win streak, Big Sirs and Maddie, as we get it going today. Did you guys, before we get into the game and everything like that, how was everybody's Christmas? How did you guys, Big Sirs, you had, what was it, birthday weekend last weekend?
Yeah,
Christmas?
birthday and Christmas
Nice.
weekend.
All wrapped in together?
All wrapped in. My daughters came down, took me out. We had a great time.
Nice.
You know, they fed me, and they didn't ask me anything. That was a beautiful thing.
That's a gift.
They wanted to give me love and show me affection and take me out.
Nice.
And I was just
Nice.
that was gratifying, man. You know, because, you know, Big Daddy does a lot.
Yeah.
It's good.
Big Daddy
Yeah,
does.
he
does do a lot.
He does a lot, you know. So when they came down, they surprised me. By the way, first of all,
Oh, very nice.
they surprised me. And they came in town and they took me around. They asked me where the good spots were, and they took me. I ate seafood like a fish. Let me just say that.
All right.
Everywhere
Beautiful.
I went was seafood.
Now, we all have girls, so it's always
Yeah.
nice to be able to have them take care of Pops. Maddie,
All good.
Good as well.
Yep, all good.
Yeah.
Tomahawks were great. Yep, life was
Tomahawk
good.
ribeyes on Christmas Day. Outstanding.
Yeah, all good. Everybody got what they wanted. Santa brought everything that everybody wanted.
All right, good.
So we're all good.
Now my question is that I didn't see my son though. Okay, he called for my birthday and Christmas. My daughters came down to surprise me. So in the power rankings, oh, he slipped.
They go way up.
He goes down. He
Yeah,
goes on the power
they go
rankings.
up, he goes
I
down.
love him dearly, but
He might even go on IR for that one.
yeah, bro, he slipped on the power rankings.
Oh, my gosh, that's classic. But I think more than anything else, hopefully everybody did have a good time just as far as hanging out, celebrating. You've got really a lot to look forward to with this football team, the way things unfold. It wasn't a pretty game yesterday. I think we all know that. It was not a pretty football game. But in the end, they made enough plays to win a football game. Phillip Rivers is a tough out. I don't care how dang old man Rivers is. It ain't easy to, inside your division, a team that had already been on a 5-game losing streak doing whatever they could to mess up your season at the end.
They had nothing to lose, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, they threw, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, they threw the kitchen sink at us as far as defense went. They brought every blitz package that they have in their playbook. They must have ran yesterday, every one of them, and pass, run, and they were asking me, "Well, how do you think the offensive line played?" Well, listen, they played as well as they could at everything that was thrown at them.
2 guys were down.
Yes, guys were
no
down.
McCary, no Haynes.
Exactly. So I mean, yeah, if you want to be picky about their technique, fundamentally, you can be. But I'm at that when you're scrambling about like that as an offensive line, where they're stunning, blitzing, and twisting, and all that kind of stuff, and at some particular point, you just want to get in the way. And the reason why I'm showing such high regard to them because I've been in that situation before.
Yeah.
When you're back on your heels and you're just trying to figure it out, and you got the noise against you and all that kind of stuff. So I thought this team was very resilient with a team that was already eliminated.
Right.
A team that had
On the road,
nothing to lose. They're going home in 2 weeks, and they just threw the house at us, and we figured out the way to win the game.
Yeah, and don't think for a moment, Matt, Phillip Rivers didn't want to have one opportunity late in a game to try and win it. They played close against Seattle on the road, then kind of got housed at the end against San Francisco.
Against the Niners, yeah, but they played close for probably the good portion of 3 quarters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, look, considering what Leon just said, all that they got thrown at them, and they ended up with 1 procedure penalty all game.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
And that place is loud. I was there earlier this month. It's loud.
Yeah.
When it gets going there. So yeah, I think credit to them, man. It's hard to win games in the NFL.
Period.
It's even harder to win on the road. It's even triply harder when you've got a team that's got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Like when they're down inside the red zone, there's no doubt they're not kicking anything. They are not kicking field goals. You know, as a defense, they're going 4 downs. You got to work. You got to work to get them off the field.
And you saw a lot of things that you could be happy with because they faced adversity. After they gave up a field goal, they're going right down the field. They're using a lot of their weapons. Throw to Brenton Strange, throw to BTJ, throw to Parker, either a toss sweep or whatever, good runs from ETN. Everything's going great. And then they try the hook and ladder. And it was definitely a call sheet play that they just wanted to put out. They just wanted to put it out there and just let you maybe think about it, try and defend it. And on X, everyone was going crazy. Why are you getting cute? I get it. But let me tell you something, people. I would rather have Liam's playbook and call sheet and him on the sidelines over Press Taylor. Don't wish on something that you don't want to have happen. This guy plays an aggressive game of play calling on the sidelines.
Now, if you saw the aerial view, he had a shot.
Yeah.
He absolutely had a shot. If you saw the aerial view,
That was a touchdown.
It would have been a touchdown.
And ETN had it. He knew it was coming.
Yeah, he knew it was coming. I can't believe he dropped it.
Look, here's the thing. If that play connects, it's, Liam's in his bag. But because it doesn't, then it's stupid, it's dumb. No, that's a good play call.
Yeah.
That's a good play call. He had it completely set up. You had a player that didn't execute it. Period. Full stop.
And they broke the Wildcat out after their bye week and tried to give you some extra wrinkles to what you were seeing offensively. There's so many different ways to attack defenses, and Liam does a pretty dang good job of it. And so, like last night, Chicago did the exact same play, opposite side of the field, hook and ladder, because what were they doing? Well, they were in a high-scoring game trying to pull everything out of their bag of tricks as they possibly could. So this football team, in the end, has won as many football games as when was the last dozen-win season? In the mid-O's. That's how far back you have to go, 2005. And we've pointed it out before. Coach Campo was coaching in the building the last time this team was a double-digit favorite, and the last time this team had a dozen wins in the regular season.
That long ago?
Yeah, that long ago.
2005, they went 12-4?
Yeah, they had 12 in the regular season.
Nice.
And so
There's no avoiding it now.
Yeah.
When I'm saying when they beat the Titans and win
Right.
the division, when they go to 13-4. There's no there's not even a question who the coach of the year is. It's not even a question.
Well,
I don't care what
I get
the
it.
Patriots did. No, the history of this franchise and what happened and how he came here and completely how he's turned around Trevor, which is another huge thing, which is really the thing if you think about it for this franchise. They invested $275 million in this cat.
Yeah.
They needed somebody to help find him. He needed to find himself. Not only did he do that, you go from 4-13 to 13-4,
which is,
I mean, he 100% is the coach of the year in the league.
and I think they already, a lot of people put this out on social, but Liam Cohen is the first. And we've had some historical moments with this franchise that have been historically bad. This one is a piece of history as far as what he's been able to do. What Trevor was able to do a couple of weeks ago, no one else had done with 5 touchdown passes, 1 rushing, and then over 300 yards passing.
But this is the one. Good. Say this one. This is the one.
Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen is now the only first-year head coach in NFL history to win 12-plus games after taking a team that had 4 or fewer wins in the previous season.
That one skyrockets to the top right there.
Yeah.
To the top.
And so what he has done is exceptional. What Jimmy Gladstone has done in terms of arming this coaching staff with reliable, capable, good backups that can step in at a moment's notice and do work and not make you have this dramatic fall off.
I think I'm more impressed with Liam and the fact that he changed the whole mindset of the players on this team. Because he had to get them out of believing that they sucked. Because this team was terrible.
Yeah.
They were their biggest obstacle.
Right.
And whatever he did within those meeting rooms, within those locker rooms, within those confines of Jaguar Stadium.
Right.
He just changed. I mean, I guess he demanded the elite players to play to their potential.
Yes.
And then he's got the wavering players to play above board.
Right.
And smart football, not the silly mistakes that we're used to, not the turnovers, the penalties, the missed tackles, the giving up big plays, inability to run the ball effectively, inability to get short yardage goal. All those things factor in. So as much as we look at this team and their record, man, he changed the whole mentality of this Jaguars team.
You've got career seasons from Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, Parker Washington, Bretton Strange. You could even argue Jacoby Myers. You could even argue that.
Yeah.
His numbers might not be in previous seasons, but he's made more of an impact this year than any other place. You've had a career season from Devin Lloyd. You've had a career season from Antonio Johnson. You've had a career season from Buster Brown. You've had a career season from Jarian Jones. Down the list. Just keep going down the list.
Oh, yeah.
Every one of these guys are playing at their elite level.
Yeah. And you'll take it all day, and you have Antonio Johnson picking off the ball at the end of the ball game. It was a Hail Mary. I'd rather a guy secure the ball than bat it down. Honestly, I would. And he has been able to make plays.
You wanted Antonio Johnson nowhere near the field last year.
Yeah.
Now he's a guy you want on the field.
Jarian Jones back-to-back weeks.
Same thing.
Picking off football.
Same thing. Yes.
I don't ever. I never looked at Jarian Jones as a big liability last
He certainly was a liability last year.
Yeah.
Not a big one.
Yeah, but like to me, the biggest liability in the back was a 10-year veteran named Ronald Darby. Okay.
Yeah, well, that and the lead guitarist who was
Yeah.
orchestrating the
Well,
mess.
sure, but he was honestly Darby was terrible.
He was.
And so you're now looking at a football team that has guys stepping up. Buster Brown is busting his rear end, making plays.
He's having a fantastic season.
Yeah, and so all those things are good. All right, you guys jump in. Mocama Beer Company Monday. If you are in our area, in the First Coast area, it could be Nassau County, Duval, Clay, St. John's, wherever you are listening, look for the Mocama Beer Company up in beautiful Fernandina Beach. If you are visiting our area, you can definitely enjoy their tap room. And they've got all sorts of great menu items, great craft. Of course, they got music, entertainment throughout the weekend, lineups. You want to take advantage of that as well. And you can look for them on the shelves at Total, ABC, Target, or Publix. Check out Mocama Beer Company. RJ is hanging out with us. RJ, did you have a good Christmas coming through this long weekend?
Yeah, man, it was a good Christmas. Thankful to be able to see another one. So, yeah, I got everything I wanted.
Yeah, look how deep he is. Thankful to be able to see another one.
I
All
see
right.
you got a corduroy jacket, didn't you? A jacket corduroy.
I don't think this is corduroy.
okay.
Not only that, what's up with the button-down shirt buttoned all the way up to your neck?
Listen, they told me that I needed to dress more professional here. No more Lakers and Magic stuff. So I got to listen.
I mean, I'm worried about your breathing. You can't breathe with that thing buttoned
With it
up.
all
though.
buttoned
I've lost weight. Don't do
Yeah.
me.
All right, so I got a good question, Big Sirs, because TLD, the lovely Diane,
Yeah.
broke out, like one of my gifts under the tree was corduroy.
Oh,
Where are you at with
interesting.
corduroy?
Oh, I enjoy a good pair of corduroy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, the jacket. Maybe not
No,
the
this is
pants.
corduroy pants. That's what I
Oh,
want
really?
to know.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, see, now I'm looking at his reaction. He's like, I don't
But
know.
that's old school. Now, I went to, listen,
Corduroys were big in elementary school.
They were. I went.
Oh, I had them.
I had them in elementary.
I just didn't know whether they're coming back or not. TLD, like she's
Yeah, I mean, listen.
stepping out just a little bit.
I have no problem with that. But, do they reach your shoes? Because normally corduroys are high water.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so they reach your shoes.
Right. And-
okay.
and-
Then you styling there. You good.
And I like the chinos. That's the kind of pants style I like. But anyway, corduroy, in or out? You guys let us know. 641-1010. Hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Good Christmas gifts, bad Christmas gifts. We would love to hear those as well. What landed under your tree that you loved or you went, what? It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. He tackles talk radio like a middle linebacker in the gap.
I tell it like I see it, and I see it like a middle linebacker.
Tommy Mack. Fridays on Jaguars Today. Unsealed by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie for Lee & Kate's Glass, and I think you deserve a spa-like shower, don't you? Get rid of that dirty, dated setup you have in your bathroom. Those old-style showers can be really ugly. Install a gorgeous frameless shower with thick, sexy glass and a free diamond coating protection that's easier to clean, like Rain-X for your shower. Your bathroom will feel like a luxury spa every morning and night. You deserve it. Visit my friends at leeandkatesglass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
He's not a senior citizen. He's Jacksonville's senior writer, John Osher. And knows your favorite football team. Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Served up by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
This is Garrett Scantlin, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for any orthopedic issue you have. I'm back to my Olympic training, and I feel great.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago, went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
This is the home of the Florida Gators. Get your Gators hoops on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
Awaken 180 weight loss. Awaken 180 weight loss. Hacker here for the best weight loss program that I've ever been on. You know, I hear some of my friends telling me about this medication they're on, or that medication they're on, or this shot they're taking. And I stop them and say, well, wait a minute. I lost over 100 pounds doing it the all-natural way with Awaken 180 weight loss. There was no medications. There was no shot once a week. There was the coaching I received from Awaken 180. There's the plan they put me on, and you see the results. Over 100 pounds of weight loss in less than a calendar year. The coaching I got was phenomenal. Not only did it help me lose the weight, it's helping me keep the weight off now that I'm in the maintenance program. Awaken 180 is the best weight loss program I've ever been on, and I tried them all. Go to awaken180weightloss.com, awaken180weightloss.com, or call 844-346-1800.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
I mean, it's, I'll just say we have all the confidence in ourselves that when we play well and we execute, we can beat anybody. So, and that's all you can ask for. Who cares? Who thinks who's the best team? This, that. We'll get to prove it. You know, come next week, first of all, and then in the playoffs. You know, we'll all get our shot at one another, and you keep winning, you keep playing. So, you know, don't really have an answer for that, but I know we have a lot of confidence in our locker room.
Mondays on XL Prime Time, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
So that was Trevor Lawrence right after the game, cut courtesy of Jaguars.com. And when you say it doesn't matter, basically, let's play whoever we got to play, and let's do what we need to do to make sure we come out on top.
That's grown folks talk right there.
Yes, yes.
Grown folks talk, say, we don't care. Line them up, and we're going to knock them down.
Yeah. The only way you get to keep playing is by winning.
There you go.
And the question was asked, is this the best, is this team the best in the AFC when it plays the way he has played over the last few weeks? And all you can do is just embrace who you are, what you become, what you still want to be, and forget about what people are forecasting for you or anything like that. Just go out and they figured out a way to win this game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the best team in the AFC, but I know this. It can beat any team in the AFC. Well, and that's all that matters right now. If you're entering the playoffs, if you're entering this tournament with the idea of we can beat anybody in this field, and I think they can beat anybody in this field. Now, you start talking about the Rams, they're gonna have to play a really good game to beat the Rams.
Yeah.
But I think they can beat any team in the AFC. Yeah. Any team.
When you take a look at the AFC playoff picture, and we'll go through it coming up here in just a second, the New England Patriots are red hot. There's no doubt about it. But they beat up on a bad Jets team yesterday. They did what they expected themselves to do. They just hammered them. And then you start looking around at a few others. Pittsburgh has an impressive win against Detroit the week before and then lays an egg yesterday against the Cleveland Browns. You can go down the line with what's going on. You can go back to the Christmas schedule. Who are the Detroit Lions right now, by the way? Okay, they're basically knocking themselves out of the postseason picture, not by default. What they're doing is costing them the L's, which they suffered the last couple of weeks.
Well, here's the thing,
against a Max Hosmer-led Minnesota team.
Here's the thing I can tell about Trevor, that when you're in rhythm, your team, your confidence, the moxie, the arrogance, you don't care about anybody else. You care about all you care about what's going on in this locker room, in this facility. And I love that. I love that attitude that it don't matter. The best team wins on Sundays. Yeah. The best team wins on Sunday. And he feels right now with the way that his team is playing that we can line up against anybody on Sundays and beat them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, here's Liam Cohen that after the post or in the post game, after the game, just talking about the way Trevor has operated and the one key thing that's important, I think that we've all noticed, and I keep joking, it's like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places. He looks down, I got legs, and he's now, Trevor Lawrence, finally using them, maybe not even to his full potential, but the question was asked to Liam Cohen just on the 2 rushing TDs that Trevor had yesterday. Is he finally starting to tap into that potential?
Not really. I mean, I think he's always had some natural athletic ability. I thought our coaching staff did a really nice job of the quarterback draw today, scheming it up. It was similar to the one that we ran against the Raiders, I believe it was, but a little bit different formation. It was actually off of a play we had run against them to Jacoby for a touchdown in the first time that we played these guys, and kind of felt like they would adjust to that, and they did, and our guys executed it well. So really proud of Trevor for the competitor that he's been and the way that he keeps playing for us.
I mean, I'm not ready to compare him to El Boogie or Josh Allen. I mean, because sometimes those guys tend to be a little reckless when they're running the ball. Trevor's he's running to his potential. He's smart. He's not going to take the necessary hits. He's going to run when he sees an opening, when there's man coverage, or when they had a call with a quarterback draw. So I don't see him running reckless like that. But you're talking about a kid that's 6'5", that runs like a 4'5". Yeah. So, I mean, anytime that you can put the defense back on his heels with your ability to run, you should do it.
I think you can easily compare him to Josh Allen. I wouldn't compare him to El Boogie. They're different type of runners. El Boogie's a dynamic, electric type of runner. Right. But I would definitely compare him to Josh Allen. They're very similar in the way they use their legs to get the hidden rush yards, and in the fact that they're big enough to push the pile. Both of them are. Yeah. Now, it didn't happen that one time, but I also think that was what kind of play calls out on 4th and almost 2? It's a bad play call. But he's big enough to push the pile when it's 4th and half a yard, 4th and a yard, a lot like Josh Allen. So, yeah, I would favorably compare him to that.
I don't know. I haven't seen him hurdle nobody and get knocked out of bounds like Josh Allen.
He hasn't had the opportunity to hurdle anybody.
I hope he does it. Absolutely. If I see him jump in the air, we don't have a problem.
Well, I'd actually rather him not try and hurdle someone. Yeah. Because what happens after that in case it's an injury is just unthinkable.
Let's just take the one touchdown run to the left side yesterday. Just one little juke move is all it took to make sure that he got to the end zone. And those are those extra little opportunities for him to make defenses account for him. And this is talked about in the RPO world in college and in pro. And you could use El Boogie as an example, but hell, the other night, Malik Willis said, you know what? I'm going to make them fear me as much as anything else. And he ends up getting hurt, gets knocked out of the game. Green Bay, I never would have expected them to get rolled at home like they did. But then you go to the other side. Snoop, he ain't El Boogie, but he's like, whenever I do need to take off, I can. And so Trevor Lawrence is just now figuring out, in a lot of ways, that he has legs. And he's got a great set of wheels if he uses them to where he can just constantly put that defense on their heels.
They're also using more specific zone read plays, which I think is fantastic. Yeah. Because that key third down at the end of the game, that's the zone read. He kept on it.
Okay, so
that's like critical right there. So that's as big a play as there was in the game.
Now, and I'm pretty sure we talked about this on a regular basis. Do you remember us talking about zone reads that it looked like he had the option and didn't take advantage
Right, he kept giving it, yeah.
and he was gun shy.
He kept giving instead of pulling. Yeah, absolutely.
And so now you're not seeing that nearly as much. And we're talking about a confident cat that believes in his skill set, believes in what he sees, what his eyes are telling him. He's a more accurate thrower. He's a more decisive playmaker. All those things.
That throw he made on 3rd and 11 to Myers, come on, bro. And with people in your face and blitzing you like that, I mean, the guy was well covered.
Penalties
yeah, I mean back-to-back penalties, absolutely. I mean, motion and illegal procedure to give us 3rd and 11. But that throw right there, man, it only maybe two quarterbacks can make that throw going on his back foot like that. I mean, it was crazy.
He bailed Cohen out for that.
He did.
Strange. I'm not accepting the first. I mean, I understand what he was doing.
Yeah.
I totally get it. But anytime you can get a first down late in a game, take it, man.
Right. I think and basically they're supposed to spin the clock. Do you got that one, RJ?
Well, his thing is if you can't get 1 yard, then you shouldn't be doing this game. And I get that completely. However, he has a team that has a history of, pre-snap problems.
Yes,
as we should say, okay?
And it manifested itself.
And they're in a loud environment. It's a tight game. Like that all would come into my decision making there at that point.
Okay, so Liam was asked why he didn't take the defensive penalties versus the Colts.
Yes, because you end up getting you don't want it. The first down doesn't matter. So the snap, second one, you think you're going to be able to gain a yard, and so that if you go 2nd and 1, you're going to eat up more clock on that, make them burn a timeout. Now you got a fresh set of downs. So that's the point of that.
He was trying to run more clock. I totally agree with him. Totally agree.
To burn their time.
If he wasn't on the road, if it wasn't a crazy environment, and if his team that has had how many pre-snap penalties that offense this year? 35, 40?
That's the biggest problem.
Right.
Is they were averaging before they got on this little hot streak, and I think this might have even been carried into the Houston game. They were averaging 8 plus nearly 9 penalties per game. They have cleaned that up dramatically, and they need to keep cleaning that up. But yeah, towards the end that looked ugly. Like we said, from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 11.
But what a throw! Best throw of the game.
Yeah, best throw of the game.
Quick question for each of you.
Yeah.
Let's just go back 1 year. Would Trevor Lawrence be making that throw?
No, it's funny. I think he looks like he has more confidence now in his ability and the people around him. That's the beautiful thing I think that Liam has done. Let's make this the 10-10 take, RJ, if you don't mind, and then you guys answer the question as well that RJ just posed.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmaster since 68.
Delicious Sonny's waiting for you, especially if you've kind of torn through all the leftovers from the Christmas ham and so on, and now you just need some good cooking that you're not worrying about yourself. Just roll on into any one of your area Sonny's, pick up some delicious barbecue for lunch or for dinner, or if you're getting ready for all those football games New Year's Day. So I feel like confidence and capability, knowing that you have been coached well, is so obvious now with what Trevor looks like versus, say, what RJ posed a year ago. He didn't look nearly as confident a season ago to lead, make the throws, and empower the people around him to be stars offensively. Now he's doing that. He's making that throw that only Jacoby can catch, and obviously all the other throws that you were talking about before. So we're talking about a much more confident and capable Trevor Lawrence. I call it Project 16 because that's what Liam took on when he took this job, because I'll accept it. Project 16's mine, and he's turned 16 into a really damn good player.
Yeah, he doesn't make that throw last year. Not that he doesn't have the capabilities of making that throw last year, but the confidence or what's around him. I mean, the receiving core that he has now is more trustworthy than they were last year. And he's playing with a moxie, a confidence, an arrogance about himself, and I mean a good arrogance.
You better believe it.
I mean, nothing wrong with it. I mean, he has believability in himself. So, I want to call it self-love. How about that? We're going to call it self-love. He believes that he can get it done, and he's talking the talk, and he's walking the walk, and I love it.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't think it's all him last year. I think protection could have broken down, could have been a drop ball, could have been a bad throw. There was all kind of stuff going on last year, the year before that, all kind of stuff going on. I think it's all come together is what it is, because it's very easy for us to blame him when all the problems are there, and then all of a sudden praise him. Oh my God, what a throw! But the reality is, that was a hell of a catch by Jacoby Myers as well.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, so I think
but that's
I
that
think we
trust
have to.
level, too.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course. But so I think if we're going to praise him, we've also got to praise the other guys around him as well. And I think that's really what has made this thing grow so much is they're protecting better. Receivers are catching the ball. By the way, except for what is Brian Thomas's deal with the double catch? What is going on with him, man?
Double catch.
Every catch is a double catch.
We're on a thread with the Golf Mafia, and Dougie is driving him crazy. The double catch, he cannot get over.
It's unreal. Every catch is a double catch.
But I want to go back to what you said, just the sum total of this. I want you guys to think about this. And I know all Duval, sometimes I'm Mr. Moto, master of the obvious, but it's still worth pointing out. Guys you weren't sure you could count on offensively, you are counting on, and guys you thought were going to be bona fide stars, you can't count on them.
Yeah.
Brian Thomas Jr., you cannot count on. Travis Hunter, right now, you do not have him available to count on. Meanwhile, Parker Washington has raised his profile times 10, times 100. Brenton Strange has made you forget about Evan Ingram a hell of a lot quicker than you thought you would. ETN, all the trade talk in the offseason, I'm pretty sure that's gone. And then you can go down the line with what a Jacoby has brought to the table and honestly what Trevor's been able to do versus what he did before. You doubted him.
But he's like Max. He has a lot of good around him now.
Yeah.
And that boosts your confidence that you can throw the guys who are going to catch the ball. But the Brian Thomas double catch thing, you need to shake that off before we get to the playoffs. I don't need no double catches.
Bro, that's here to stay.
I hope not.
For the rest of the season, anyway. I guarantee it is. Now, I mean, you go to the offseason, you figure it out. But for the rest of the season, the double catch is here to stay. I got news for you guys.
Probably. But I do like what Edgar Bennett, former running back star and now wide receivers coach, has done a lot of really good things with the other guys we're talking about. Jacoby came in ready to play, and he's proven it to people. Parker, like we said, is elevated big time. Patrick steps up here or there and makes plays for them.
Parker's going to get paid, man.
Oh, he deserves
If
it.
not by this team, by someone else, because you look at his numbers this year, he's averaging over 14 a catch.
Yeah.
He's a legit number 2 receiver right now.
It's the classic here.
Legit.
Yeah, here or somewhere. Real quick, RJ, if you don't mind.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
So we'll stay on your Jags, but we got to get to this, and this is like the worst kept secret. Marcus Freeman basically has indicated now that he is going to stay at Notre Dame. The only thing really that was left was the idea that he may go to New York, but he did put on X that 2026 ... run it back and go Irish. So we'll touch on that and the Kyle Whittingham hire, a couple of other things. Our college football world, the quarterfinal games await. We'll get into those coming up.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies.
The best wings in town are coming to River City Marketplace. Leon Cersei here. Wingstop is opening another North Jacksonville location soon at the end of December. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original, hot, garlic parm, and of course, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 18 locations in Jacksonville, always open until 1 a.m. So skip the wait and order your wings online at wingstop.com and swing by to pick up at the brand new Wingstop location in River City Marketplace.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
Although down to start the second half, the captain showed no fear, and neither would the troops. In the third quarter, Lawrence led the Cats on an 8-play, 81-yard drive, capped off by a Lawrence touchdown, making the score 14-10 with 7:26 left in the quarter. The 2-minute drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
That's right. Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Don't miss your chance. Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is served up by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,800 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design get us organized for the holidays. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and so much more. Closets by Design will design a custom storage solution for all of your spaces. Nothing says happy holidays like a home that is peaceful and clutter-free. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before year-end and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
What Major League Baseball player was once walked intentionally with the bases loaded?
For over 20 years, Southern Oak Insurance has given Floridians a better alternative to their current homeowner's policy. See what you can get with Southern Oak. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Barry Bonds, who has the most career walks, was once walked intentionally with the bases loaded. Better one-run scoring than a whole lot more.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
Next time you head into a Gate convenience store, look for Form Energy Drink, designed to provide energy, hydration, and focus straight from Dana White and AB, celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Form Energy at a Gate convenience store.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Look, I was recently talking with Patrick and the team at Apex Roofing and Contracting, and even in a tough economic year, they wanted me to say thank you. Guys, Apex is locally owned, and they truly appreciate every homeowner and business owner who trusts them with roof repairs, replacements, or construction projects this year. So from the entire Apex crew and from me, happy holidays to all of our listeners, customers, and clients. And remember, for quality work from a team that cares about our community, that's ApexRoofingFL.com.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, I'm worried.
You? Really? About what?
Well, I like to have a little seasonal potluck. You know, invite some friends and neighbors and guys from the office. But if the food gets spicy and the party gets rocking and that old toilet in the two-piece can't handle the traffic, well, what if my drain backs up right in the middle of everything?
Dude, imagine you're wearing my sunglasses.
Okay. Shoomp. Whoa.
If you're planning to host a holiday party and a blocked household drain line threatens to ruin the whole thing, call us and tell us. The drain clearing experts at Bueller Air & Plumbing will unclog your drain for free.
You do that for free?
It's Christmas.
Yeah, but for free?
The holidays can get pretty hectic. If a clogged drain line threatens to ruin the whole thing, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Mondays on XL Prime Time, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
Great place to go to, especially if you have a couple of vacation days. There's a lot of vacation taken between Christmas and New Year's. So if you're out and about, you're up in Nassau County, up in the Dena, check out Mokama Beer Company. We've been hanging out talking Jaguar ball. We will get back to that. We got to drill down on a couple of college football topics, including what Marcus Freeman said. And it's not like that was a shock or anything like that. The only thing that was left is maybe what the New York Football Giants will do. But off of that, Matt, let's at least talk about.
I think it's kind of a shock that he said no, that he didn't wait,
he
didn't wait to at least see what NFL franchise would be looking. Looking for a coach.
I'm of the thinking that all that communication has already happened to some level. Okay, not formally sit down and be interviewed by the New York Football Giants. But there's enough exchange of information, either representative to representative, that made him or helped him
with the Giants.
Yeah, helped. If there were legs to it.
Sure. What I'm saying is, what if Andy Reid decides I'm done, and then the Chiefs' job's open with Patrick Mahomes?
Okay, that's another layer. Okay, that I get. But don't you think? And I'm just guessing here. Don't you think that if he had interest, his agent would already be working a handful of channels. Not the example you just gave, but at least inquiring about what's out there. If this job comes open, should my client be sitting back and waiting.
Maybe
that type of stuff.
Maybe, but I mean, the thing is I don't think there's this. Okay, well, he's getting fired or he's getting fired in the NFL. I think it's literally when Black Monday rolls around, you're going to find out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been many surprises.
Oh yeah,
on Black Mondays.
Very true.
So I guess my point is I would say I wouldn't say I know he said he's staying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but if the right job comes, I mean, why wouldn't he at least look at it? Like if Andy Reid leaves, why wouldn't he at least look at the Chiefs?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he have to announce? I mean, he could have leveraged this to get an extension, couldn't he?
Well,
if he had waited a little longer.
Already did get.
He
got one at the end of last year.
Oh, he did. Okay,
So he got the big bump.
He got the big bump in pay.
I think what he's trying
When
to
they
do
made
is
it to the
he's
championship game.
Okay.
The transfer portal's opening on the 2nd, so he later this week. So he's basically telling everybody, I'm not going anywhere, because if there's uncertainty about whether he's going to be there or not, then the idea of them getting impact players from the transfer portal that can be used against him. Well, he's not even going to be there. He's going to the NFL.
All right, so I'll give you another one. What if, like the Buffalo Bills, like right now, I'm watching Josh Allen yesterday, and I'm thinking, Trevor Lawrence is turning into Josh Allen. Josh Allen's turning into Trevor Lawrence because he just.
That's not a bad thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's a good thing for this crew. I mean, think about what I'm saying. Okay, Josh Allen is not going out and being Mr. Dynamic, winning these. Like, they've struggled to score the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And barely got out of Cleveland with a dub and did not win against Philadelphia at home yesterday. Was only able. They scored 12 points. And so when I'm jokingly saying this, but Trevor has cleaned things up. He for the most part. The pick was the pick
getting
yesterday.
there. Yeah, he's getting there. Yeah.
Yeah, the pick was the pick yesterday. No getting away from that part of it. But still, he's become a cleaner, more capable quarterback who is in the red zone scoring like Josh Allen normally does. Anyway, my point is that Buffalo, if they do keep going down this dark road where they don't have the receiving core that they used to have, they're not stopping the run, all this stuff. They lost a football game yesterday, 13-12.
Yeah.
And
are you saying that you would like to see him in the playoffs if they continue down this road?
Yeah. Well, if you're going to pick him off right now, might be the time to pick him off. But the other half of that is if Sean McDermott gets bounced. To Matt's point, Marcus Freeman might have maybe wanted to sit back and just kind of see how things go, because Sean McDermott's had a hell of a run. But they're getting a little uneasy up there, just like they're getting a little uneasy with Mike Tomlin
and Pittsburgh.
Up in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, exactly. The talk is if the Steelers, who, by the way, just played awful ball yesterday, absolutely awful ball against Cleveland, and the Steelers, who got a playoff game against the Ravens, if they don't make it, what do they do with Tomlin? I mean, do you get rid of him?
He just had another guaranteed non-losing season.
Yeah,
but and right now it'll come down to
a lot of those 9 and 8s. At some point, don't mean anything.
Well, they have.
They're 0-5 in the playoffs.
Yeah, they have
one
playoff game
forever.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. A lot of those 9 and 8s don't mean anything at some point.
So that's my whole point is that they'll get on him.
Yeah.
Just like they're getting on McDermott now. Anyway.
So I'll say this. First off, Jermaine Pratt made a great play on that pick in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Just a terrific job of staying with his man.
Yeah.
Turning at the exact right time, making the pick. Great job.
It was a
great
play.
Yeah. So I hope that you're seeing kind of the transformation you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because it clearly looks like the Bills are going to be the team that comes in here for the first round game. Because it looks like the Chargers will be the 7, the Bills will be the 6, Texans will be the 5, Jags will be the 4. Or not the Jags, for the
Steelers will be the
Steelers or Ravens the 4, the Jags will be the 3.
Yeah, because it's going to be like right now. Baltimore's a 3.5 point pick on the road. We all know it's not easy to win up there, particularly in that rivalry. But they're playing.
By the way, the Ravens finally realized, we have Derrick Henry.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, 36 carries, 219 yards.
I think he took over the head coaching job between the last loss to New England and then this game. I think he just
Keyshawn Johnson does. Give me the damn ball.
Yeah. And
Look, here's the thing. I only want one of those two guys to lose, by the way, the Patriots or the Broncos. Because then at whatever point, either one of those guys could lose at home in the division round. Either one of them.
Okay, so let's go over that coming up here in just a second. Just at least kind of, you can fantasize just a little bit. We have got ticket opportunities beginning in the 1 o'clock hour right here on XL Primetime for you to be at the bank Sunday. And what you're hoping will be a division clinching game. We'll give you all the details coming up on the Mokama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
This Sunday, we blitz the bank. All week long, listen for the Blitz the Bank sounder and text the keyword BLITZ for your shot at tickets to see the Jags take down the Titans.
641-1010.
It's a Jags ticket blitz. Let's fill the seats and blitz the bank all week on 1010XL.
Like many football fans in Jacksonville, I love defense. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to tell you that defense in the courtroom is important as well. That's because penalties for DUI are much more serious than penalties on the gridiron. If you or someone you know is facing a DUI, call us for a free case analysis now. Know before you blow 858-9818. Put my more than 20 years of experience to work for you. Office is Jacksonville, serving all surrounding counties. Call 858-9818 or go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
It's the best time of year for sports. Bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, it's all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which games to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 29, 1982, Alabama head football coach Paul Bear Bryant ended his coaching career with a win in the Liberty Bowl.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers to find out more. We're talking a competitive, guaranteed base salary with bonus opportunity, comprehensive paid training programs, and promotions based upon performance and top shelf benefits. It's all waiting for you. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers. Florida Home AC, equal opportunity employer.
Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi are on a mission to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. I've instructed my team to take every reasonable offer. We won't lose your business over price. Thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to move. Get year-end savings, top dollar for your trade, and the easiest car buying experience ever. But hurry, these deals end when we hit 2,000, and we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Make it a December to remember, only at Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi.
Hey guys, if you messed up by getting her a robot vacuum cleaner for Christmas, Beard's Diamonds can get you out of the doghouse. Now through New Year's weekend, you can still get that stunning piece of jewelry and save up to 44%. Everything's included: rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands, all the gifts women love every day of the year. But hurry, this amazingly popular offer ends January 3rd at 5 p.m. and will not be extended. And if you're planning that New Year's weekend proposal, we've got you covered with a great selection of ready-to-wear diamond rings starting as low as $795. It's been a fantastic year at Beard's, and we're so grateful for your business and your trust. In a sea of mega corporate chain jewelers, we're honored to be the only one that's locally owned in the town center. We are proud to be a part of this amazing community, and you can count on us again in 2026 to deliver the highest quality jewelry at the guaranteed best value, with the service and attention you can only get from an independent jeweler that's been around nearly 45 years. Happy New Year from Beard's Diamonds.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bari Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. You have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Bari Orthopedics or log on at BariOrthopedics.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Lemon Pepper Locker Room with Leon Searcy. Served up by Wingstop.
All right. See, I can tell that
RJ's in there.
I can tell RJ's in there because JJ knows that when the Lemon Pepper locker room comes, Barry White's supposed to be playing.
What's wrong with you, RJ?
Yeah, he didn't send me no note. I got all JJ's notes right here. It said nothing about no damn Barry White.
What's wrong with
What's wrong with you and your fancy shirt, man?
Seriously. And then he didn't say nothing about no damn Barry White. After Matt Hayes sitting over here all disappointed because his man JJ ain't here, how about you tell him to write better notes?
Can you
why
pivot
you
right
all
now?
your
Can you
feelings?
pivot, though?
He is, like, he gets all crazy.
It's all
man. He gets
crazy.
all upset.
He does get a little.
Can I proceed now?
Yeah.
Go ahead. It is Leon's locker room. It's not RJ's locker room.
Whining. There's no whining. There's no crying in the locker room. All right, this Lemon Pepper locker room is presented by Wingstop. And you can use it on Saturday and Sundays. You can use the promo code. Okay, promo code is JAX10. You get $10 off a 50-piece wing pack.
Great weekend to do it.
Order it online or use the app. So I know a little bit of something about win streaks, okay? 1999, we had a nice little win streak. 12 in a row, all right? 12 in a row we had. And then we had to go on the road against the Titans. And we got destroyed. We did.
Final score?
They 41-14. They mollywopped us, bro. They beat the dog, you know what, out of us.
What was it again?
41-14. Yeah, 41-14. And almost got in a fight with a teammate of mine, too, because we're getting destroyed. Fellow offensive lineman, I ain't going to say his name. He was over there.
Go ahead.
No, I ain't going to say it. I'm not going to indict him.
77.
He was sitting
77.
77. He was sitting over there cracking jokes, bro. I mean, our vaunted rival is beating us by over 20, close to over 20 points on the road. He's over there cracking jokes and laughing about how bad we get beat.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. Upsetting. Absolutely unsetting. But we recovered from it. The next week we beat the Bengals. Next thing you know, we're the number one seed. Road to the Super Bowl has to come to Jacksonville. And our first road game, our first home game, the talk was the song. The uh-oh song. So
the song they're wearing out now.
Yeah, they're wearing out right now. So the Dolphins were offended by the fact that we wrote the song 3 weeks ago. It had nothing to do with y'all, but they used it as ammunition to come in here. And they got
a 62 knot on their head.
They got a 62 knot on their head, absolutely. And it felt good. Reason why 99 felt so good.
Bring it.
Oh, there you go.
It's just so good.
Yes.
Every time, man.
Yes.
Every time it's so good.
Now, listen. Now we're probably not gonna be the 1 seed this year, but the reason why the 1 seed felt so good in '99 is because TC prophesized it in '96. When we went on the road and we lost to the Patriots on the road, he said, "Listen, enough of this road stuff. We need to put ourselves in a position to where the road to the Super Bowl comes to Jacksonville." And 3 years later, we did that.
Yeah, and you had to create that mindset.
Yes,
100%.
absolutely.
And so, more than anything else, this team cannot fall asleep on a bad football team this Sunday.
They're not doing that. They'll win that game. It's the question is what happens with the other two? What happens with the Chargers and the Broncos?
Right.
And what happens with the Patriots and the Dolphins? Right.
Okay, so it's at least the way we're looking at this, and the AFC South clinching scenarios. Jacksonville beats the Titans, or the Texans lose to the Colts. So the Jaguars are going to be a heavy favorite. The Texans not likely to lose to the Colts. We're going to find out what Indianapolis decides to do. Will they ride with Phillip, or will they go ahead and put Riley Leonard back in there? Who knows? They have been eliminated from the playoffs, of course, but who knows? Phillip may just say, just let me have one more game. Okay, I'm really, truly going to ride off in the sunset. I'm sore as hell, but just let me ride off into the sunset.
Well, you heard what he said yesterday.
See him in the presser? He in the presser, it seemed like he knew this was his last game.
Yeah.
See, before the game, when Fox had him on before the game, he said, "If this is my last game here," he actually said that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Believe me, because once the playoff situation
to a long-term deal.
Here being, if this is my last game here in the stadium.
Yeah. And it is funny and weird in a way for Phillip that he played a full season in Indianapolis and never had any fans. Inside that stadium. And that was 5 years ago during the pandemic. And so this was the first time for him. Not the first time in a Colts uniform, but the first time with the home fans.
You know what I find interesting about this season is that before the season started, the AFC South was considered the weakest division in the NFL. And now the two teams that are atop it, nobody wants to see in the playoffs.
It's a good point. It is a good point because this team has dealt some serious damage and blows to others' playoff chances. And you can go and take a look at what this team has done and what Houston's been able to do, both riding a long win streak. The Houston Texans win streak basically was starting when Jacksonville gave up that 19-point lead in the fourth quarter. And then obviously Jacksonville has been on a run since then. So number 1 seed Denver right now. They didn't beat the heck out of the Chiefs.
No.
That third string quarterback, I told you, between Hosmer and I can't even think. I'm saying it's Aluakon's distant cousin,
right?
But because it's kind of spelled that way.
Was it Luba?
Aluakon.
No, it sounded like Aluakon actually.
Yeah, I have to look it back up, but I plead ignorance there. But anyway, 9-year run for the Kansas City Chiefs atop the AFC West. Since 2015, they've been winning that bad boy. And so the Broncos, they now have that. They're the number 1 seed as things currently sit. They finish up their season against the Chargers. Chargers can certainly have something to say with the way things unfold. But the Chargers, basically, if they lose that game, they're still in a position where they make the postseason, but then Kansas City Chiefs would lock up that number 1 seed. New England Patriots, they got the Dolphins. Dolphins are not an easy out right now. They're not. They beat a bad Bucs team yesterday. And so we'll see where that goes.
All right, I've been thinking about this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. All right? I don't think it matters who the 1 and 2 seed are. Okay, the Broncos win. Patriots win. The AFC Championship game, it's going to be Texans-Jags right here.
Listen, if it happens,
I like the way you think.
If it happens,
because when you get down to that 4, and you've got the Broncos playing host to the Texans, and the Patriots playing host to the Jags in the divisional round.
Well,
you tell me the Jags and the Texans can't go in and win those games?
No.
I mean, there were a lot of people who would think they'd be favored actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to look at the future lines and see. But, yeah, right now these two teams we talk about the ones you don't want to see. And Leon said it earlier, 100% true. All right, so we'll keep looking at this. Quarterback will be in the 1 o'clock hour, Mokamba Beer Company Monday. The Hurricane Hall of Famer Leon Searcy as he gets ready for Miami, Ohio State at the end of the week. We'll get into that one. Matty Hayes, check out his stuff at USA Today Sports. Joe C. and RJ pinch hitting for JJ this season.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford. It takes all cylinders working together to complete a successful drive.
We need a drive right now.
Listen for the Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville drive of the game.
Need a drive right now.
On 1010XL.
We got to finish.
Hi, this is Dave Barker with IHRS. People ask, are your solutions for thinning hair permanent? Yes, our solutions have permanent natural results and are guaranteed to work. Put our 35 years of experience helping 10,000 plus men and women to work for your thinning hair. Our trademark hair transplant procedures will give you 3 times more hair in one procedure. PRP and laser treatments are fast, easy, and effective, and only take 30 minutes. Most of our staff have experienced hair loss ourselves. Our caring and confidential team can help you look better and feel better about yourself and restoring your hair again.
For your confidential consultation, call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or go to hairforme.com. That's hairforme.com.
The holidays are coming, and so is your family. Is your septic system ready?
Honey, why is the yard bubbling?
Dad, the dog's swimming in the septic tank.
That's one way to greet the in-laws.
Don't let a septic disaster be the highlight of your holiday dinner. Call Duck Duck Rooter today and get it fixed before Uncle Bob finds out the hard way. Duck Duck Rooter, your local septic experts. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Denny Thompson stars as the quarterback whisperer.
Everyone agrees that playing quarterback is the hardest thing to do in sports.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill. Tuned up by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.group.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This bowl season, upgrade your game plan with a visit to Burlock & Barrel, Duval's first distillery dedicated solely to whiskey, right in the Brooklyn Riverside neighborhood. Stop in to see how we turn local grains into small batch whiskey, earning awards at every competition. Book a tour, settle in for a tasting, or escape the scoreboard for a bit at our full whiskey bar. Whether your team's winning or character building, at least your whiskey can be solid. At Burlock & Barrel in Riverside or burlockandbarrel.com.
When the power goes out, your home shouldn't have to. Get reliable automatic backup power with a Generac standby generator from American Electrical Contractors, Jacksonville's leading Generac dealer. Be storm ready with Generac standby generators from American Electrical Contractors. Online at american-electrical.com.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Did you know that individuals over age 60 have great results on Awaken 180? See how you could drop weight and get off your medications in just 3 months with Awaken 180's Golden Program. Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Marjay Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Southern Oak Insurance. With a victory at Indianapolis, Jacksonville has won its fourth straight away game and finished 6-2 on the road this season. This is the Jaguars' best road winning percentage since 2005. The Jacksonville Jaguars will host the Tennessee Titans in their final regular season home game on Sunday, January 4th at 1 p.m. The NFL has announced should Jacksonville win this game, they shall have the AFC South title crown. Right now, 74 degrees at 102. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson. Activated by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
The quarterback whisperer is in the house. Denny Thompson, we welcome him in. We're going to talk quarterback play. We're going to talk ball, NFL, and college. We appreciate all y'all hanging out with us. Denny, how you doing, bud?
Bro, the highlights from this game last night,
You're watching Chicago, San Francisco up on the screen.
Oh, my God. I mean, both of them are – I love those two guys. We work with both those guys. But just any football fan just watching the highlights of that quarterback play last night, we're sitting here just – Matt and I are sitting here laughing at it. It's
Brock
amazing.
Purdy and Caleb Williams.
Put on a
Pretty
show.
special.
Put on a show.
Brock Purdy, back-to-back 5 touchdown games. How about that? Is that any
that's
good?
doing work.
That is doing work.
Yeah. I mean, they were both exciting and efficient. And that's rare, right? I mean, usually you have one or the other, but both of them are both efficient and exciting. It's so much fun to watch.
You know what's funny is the more healthy he's gotten over the last month and a half of the season, all of a sudden you start to see those second-level crossing routes the Niners are so good at.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, they're opening up again.
It's fun to watch, man. It's a great time for football around here.
Oh, it's incredible. But if you look at the numbers, Caleb Williams, 330, when you take a look at what he was able to do, and then you go over to the Brock Purdy side, and like Leon just said, responsible for 5 touchdowns and also ran one. So he was just wheeling and dealing left and right.
And he was over 300 too, right?
Yeah. So you have two cats that total 80 points. Yeah, you're doing work.
I mean, I think they prevented themselves from going to Chicago in the playoffs with that win. That's what they did.
Yeah.
That's how big that win was.
Yeah.
They now don't have to play in like 0-degree weather.
Yes.
It's so rare that these Sunday night games actually match what it's supposed to be, and that one lived up to the billing. That was fantastic. So it's a fun time of year for football, boys.
Yep, 49ers got Seattle next, and we'll take a look at the playoff scenarios for them. But like Matt said, they still can be the number 1 seed in the NFC and NFC West champions if they beat the Seahawks. And nothing is impossible for what Kyle Shanahan and company have done, even without so many guys. You haven't seen Brandon Ayuk, I don't know, it seems like 2 years now, seems like. You haven't seen him.
They lost their left tackle, Trent Williams, brought a hammy.
And then Fred Warner's been out. You can go on and on with the guys that have been out, and yet they are still making plays and winning football games. It is dang sure impressive. All right, so let's get to the Jags. And look, we've been glossing and gushing over what Trevor Lawrence has done really the last handful of weeks. Denny, he had the one pick yesterday that we were talking about, was a great defensive play. But all in all, this guy seems to be confident and capable. And those two things, when you match them up, it's good stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think confident and capable. I know what you're saying. It's probably grossly understated, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he is playing like the top 5 quarterback in the league, and they are playing like a top 5 team in the league.
Yeah.
And we've always said that if they could figure out that offensive line and he just becomes what everybody thinks he is, like, they're set. It's the only 2 things you need. Everything else, like, you can buy, you can build.
Yeah.
It's hard to buy and build a quarterback that's got, better than average receivers with an offensive line that he feels protected with. And that's what looks like it's happening right now. And this run game is helping, and they just look like a really good football team.
So let me ask you this. Caleb Williams, every game now, it used to be like where it was like one throw, you're like, okay, whoa. He's like, every play with him, you're like, whoa, you like start to hold your breath. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think the same can be said a little bit for Trevor. I think I think the same thing's happening there. Is they're both playing at a level of confidence that is letting their God-given talent and ability that we all gushed about for years on both of them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we talked about Caleb in circles here for 5, 6, 7 years, right? About how talented he is. Going back to high school. Same with Trevor. I mean, first time I saw Trevor was 11th grade year in Elite 11. Same exact thing. Like, both of these guys are very similar in the fact that if you're going to build a quarterback and a skill set, they would look like that. And now both of them are playing free enough to where that can show. Their speed shows, their accuracy shows, they're loose, they're taking chances on balls that most people won't throw, and they're making it look easy.
You know what I like about Trevor, Denny, is the fact that his tone has changed as far as what he's saying now. He's more confident when he speaks. He's more confident in his ability. He's more confident. But he understands that the tone for this team is set by him.
Yes.
And how he plays first.
Yep.
And I love that about him.
Is it just me, or does he look even different just the way he's walking on the field?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, after a run, he gets up, he kind of flips the ball. He's like, you can see him kind of talking a little bit. Like, he just looks like a completely different human being.
He looks
right
like the guy that was in college is what he looks like.
Yeah.
He looks like Clemson Trevor
See, I think it's even more than that. You know what he looks like? He looks like the guy that everybody on the team, like you just said, is following his lead, but also it's like, that guy's a dog. And I've got to keep up with him and his intensity and the way he's preparing. He looks like an elite NFL quarterback to me in every way, shape, and form.
I know it's probably happened before, but last week I felt like it was one of the first times you've seen him walk up and down the sideline, and he's not just talking to the offense; he's talking to the defense too. He's talking to everybody and firing them up, and that's the ownership you're talking about.
Listen, I know the feeling because I've walked on the field. And I used to look at the opponent and say, you have no idea what's coming your way right now. You really don't, because it's just an aura about yourself. And it starts in practice, watching film and all that kind of stuff. And you just walk on the field, you look at who you got to play. So, boy, y'all in trouble. I mean, I've been there. I've been there when I was on this team, and I've been there when I was with the Steelers. And
of course, Miami.
Yeah, well, of course, Miami. Yeah, but I'm just saying that aura. I think Trevor's walking the same way.
Listen, 8 weeks ago, they were leading Houston, and the entire city watched as they crumbled, and nobody was surprised.
Yeah.
Nobody was surprised, right?
Right.
Yesterday, they're down 10-0, and nobody in the entire city is probably panicking. Everybody's like,
Well, Hacker might have been.
maybe Hacker, yeah.
Right.
Everybody's like, oh, this is what we do. We come back. In 8 weeks, they have completely flipped the culture and the way that they walk on that field and conduct their business. It's very impressive.
They have come back bounced back or answered the adversity call more often in the last 6-7 games and then maybe the last 6-7 years.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's an exaggeration. And so an example yesterday is the hook and ladder. When they are in the red zone, they had two turnovers in the red zone, yet we're still able to answer the bell.
Yep.
And that team looks like they're capable and confident.
Largely with 16, largely because I believe when it's 3rd and 8 and you got to have it, when Trevor Lawrence takes a snap, I believe that whatever decision he's going to make is going to be a good one and they're going to get it. I did not feel that way 10 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like I knew he was capable of it, to your point, what you're saying. But now it's like when he sets back to throw, I believe something good is about to happen.
So here's my thing with that. I agree with you completely about the second Texans game. That clearly it was the turning point. But this team still beat Carolina, still beat the Texans, still beat the 49ers, still beat the Chiefs. That's a team right there. So it's I think they actually needed that loss to the Texans to like kind of wake them up and say, all right, you're not what you think you are. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, like we went over this earlier, Denny. There are guys all over that field on this roster that are playing at their elite ceiling, and I think that's what they needed, a game like that for everybody to wake up and say, "Whoa, all right, we're much better than this."
No, I think you're right on that. I think what Liam Cohen and crew has done is they've put together game plans and they're putting people in situations where those people know that they can succeed. They seem to be crafting both offensively and defensively. I mean, you look at Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd is not that much better this year than he was last year. He can't be. That's impossible. But he's been put in better situations this year. You look at Trevor. He's been put in better situations. Parker Washington, they're getting the most because they're putting those guys into situations that they can be successful.
Coaching.
And the guys
Coaching
are.
matters.
Exactly. And
Joe
the guys
Gibbs
are
loves
responding to that. I also think that the mind game part of them is at an elite level too. What they're doing mentally and making these guys believe that they are the best of the best, man, that stuff matters. That stuff matters, and those guys are getting in there every single week and feeling like we're going to get better this week. We're not playing out a season. We're going to get better. Right. And, Leon, you've been on those teams. I know we've talked about this before. Man, when you got something to play for in December and January, those practices go by fast, and they're a lot more fun.
They do. I mean, and you wake up earlier. You want to get there. You want to get the film. You want to get the workout. You want to get on the practice field because it's fun.
Yes.
It's no longer work.
That's right.
It's fun to be in the playoffs and go out there and compete and have a chance to win a championship.
And that's the teams that are so dangerous are the teams, everybody wants to win, but the teams that, they break it down, they break that huddle down in practice on Saturday, Friday if it's the NFL or the college ball, and they go, I want to be back on Monday.
And the practices are more crisp.
No question. No question. They don't want it to end. And that motivation is so big, man. Like, it's just – and you can see it. I think you can see it in Jacksonville. I was in Miami this week. You can see it with them on the college level. Like, it's just, teams this time of year, man, it's time to get it, and everybody knows it.
So let's get into that coming up. Because we can definitely stay on the Jags. You guys can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. The run game is there. The playmakers on the receiving end are there. The takeaways on the defensive side are there. Those are the things that Trevor didn't have before. 2 backups stepping in yesterday along that line of scrimmage. And you definitely missed not having Robert Hainsey and McCary. But as that game went along, they held up, and they got the run game going, and ETN was able to tote it 17 times for over 75 yards. So those are the things that's happening right now. That's the support system we're talking about that Trevor did not have before.
Yes, and you had a coach so confident that he's declining penalties for free first downs. That's crazy to me. Somebody's gonna have to explain that one better to me. That's one of the wildest things I think I've ever seen.
All right, we'll play that soundbite coming up, but we will get into Miami v. Ohio State. I think Denny's taking 9.5 points. I think it sounds to me like he is. We'll get into that one coming up along with the other one, Alabama and Indiana on XL Primetime.
XL Prime Time. Driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. When all the games are in the books, it's time to take a closer look. Post-game Monday. Dive into Sunday's matchups and break down the key moments, surprising plays, and everything in between. Prepared by Dandy Foods on 1010XL.
Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Small business owners, you may qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price, plus tax tag Title $9.99 admin fee and resist all unapproved credit.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Wingstop and 1010XL has the ultimate tailgate for you to win. Leon Searcy here, your lemon pepper guy. Go to 1010XL.com to register to win a 100-piece wing party complete with fries, veggie sticks, and dips.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
The best wings in town are coming to River City Marketplace. Leon Searcy here. Wingstop is opening another North Jacksonville location soon at the end of December. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original, hot, garlic parm, and of course, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 18 locations in Jacksonville, always open until 1 a.m. So skip the wait and order your wings online at wingstop.com and swing by to pick up at the brand new Wingstop location in River City Marketplace.
If you've ever sat in a dealership waiting room, you know the coffee's cold, the magazines are old, and your oil change takes forever. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, it's completely different. No appointment, no waiting room. You stay in your car, and the techs get it done in 15 minutes. That's why Valvoline holds a 4.7 national rating, and Forbes named them #1 quick lube in America for customer service. Don't waste your day at a dealership. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, done.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Now that Christmas is over, it's time to treat your truck. Head to Leonard Truck Outfitters, where you can turn that Christmas cash or gift cards into the perfect truck upgrade. Whatever your truck needs, Leonard has it. If Santa didn't quite get it, go fix it at Leonard Truck Outfitters. Or maybe you did get exactly what you wanted, and now it's time to add even more. 2 locations, Landing and Beach Boulevard. Leonard Truck Outfitters, built for the way you work, play, and drive.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Mondays on XL Prime Time, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
Ooh, ooh. One more seg with Denny Thompson, the quarterback whisperer, all in a good mood. Everybody we already asked. Christmas, you had a good Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Everybody loved it. Angie loved it.
Yep.
Young son
couldn't have gone better. My young son's 14, about to be 15 now. I know.
That happened way too fast.
A 24-year-old and a 14-year-old.
Okay, that happened way too fast.
24-year-old's engaged.
Mm-hmm.
So
wow, man. That is
exciting.
too
How about
cool.
that? I know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
Exciting.
congrats, and you're going to be an in-law. Okay?
Yes, looking forward to it.
And I got the son-in-law power rankings, and there's a lot at stake there. So you can try and create some of that if need be. But you mentioned the teens, and one of our nooners texted in earlier because we asked who got good Christmas gifts, who got bad Christmas gifts. If you had a stinky one, definitely hit us. If you got a good one, let us know that as well. One dude said he got 13 pairs of socks, and then he texted again, literally 13.
Y'all seen how much socks cost lately?
They're Yeah, I guess if you go with the high dollar, the Johnny Long socks, special order.
I think I got a pretty good one from my daughter. She gave me, I don't know what you call it. It's like, I don't want to say a satchel, but it's like the Cowboys.
Is it a man purse?
No, not a man purse.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Wait, that sounds a little bit like a man purse.
No.
Sounds like a
you
backpack.
put it on like a jacket, all right?
Okay.
But then you have a holster on it where you put your cigars and your lighter and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
I would have to show it to you.
How very metrosexual of you, by the way.
First of all, you're picking on my daughter.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
That is very metro of you.
No.
I need to see this. I need to see
I
it.
have to bring it in.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bring it in tomorrow, and I'll let you decide.
Have you decided whether you're going to wear it or not to the shop?
No, I don't. Bro, it's manly. Trust me.
I'm not against Metro. Okay,
It's not
If you
Metro.
wanna-
It's not Metro.
I'll
It's not
embrace.
Metro. I'll bring it tomorrow, and I'll let you decide.
Okay.
We're ready.
But if you walk in,
We'll let everybody on YouTube see it
Yeah,
too.
we'll let everybody on YouTube see it. Yeah.
But if you do walk into the watering hole, the lounge, and you look like you got like all Cub Scouted up with all these.
No,
different
I don't have that.
things in
No,
the back.
it
Pack
come-
and pocket.
you put your arms through it, right, and then it falls like here, and you can put your cigars and then your lighter
Oh, you
and
know
all
what it
that.
is? It's a shooting jacket. Like
That
you
would
put your
Yeah, a little bit,
your
yeah.
buckshot
Yeah, a little
shells in
bit.
there.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
I
it
need to
falls
see it.
over like this. I should have to show it to you.
All right, I need to see it. All right, let's talk a little college ball with our quarterback whisperer, because I said Denny's gonna love that 9.5. Should everyday America love that 9.5? Because I'm looking at it. Started as a 10-point line. Leon said that's massive disrespect.
It is.
This is an offense led by Carson Beck, with what the run game did against A&M in the first round of playoff football, and of course Malachi. That's going to be tough for Ohio State, no matter how good they are defensively to handle.
Yeah, I think what Miami showed against Texas A&M is they're not built like a typical ACC team, number one. But the more physical, the more ground and pound it is, the better for them. Like, they're built that way. They're built solid on both fronts. They're fast. They're a very fast team. And then, I know, listen, Carson's my guy, but, you know what his superpower is, he just wins. That's his thing. Like, his elite trait is he just wins football games. And so I think if you've got him, knowing that he's going to get you in the right play, the right protection, all that kind of stuff, you got to feel pretty good about going in and at least being able to keep this thing a game up until the last minute.
Well, no, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think when you look at this game, I think too many people are looking at the Texas A&M game where they were literally playing with a stiff 25, 30-mile-an-hour wind. This game's going to be
they ran.
This game's going to be in a dome.
Yep.
They're not going to lean.
Cotton Bowl.
They're not going to lean on the run game like they did against A&M. They're going to throw the ball around. And
Yeah,
they're going to run the ball
well,
too.
I mean, and-
but I mean, it's a little bit. I think Vegas sees that game and thinks, well, this Miami team's going to get killed. But that weather, Denny, you were there.
Yeah, and
significant.
It was a weird wind too. It was like left to right, kind of horizontal, counterclockwise against the stadium. So it was like everything going to one side of the stadium, the ball just took off. It was like I would say it's a putt that's straight downhill that rolls at a 13.
Yeah.
And you just tap it and it just goes
Off the green.
And that's what happened with the field goals too. When you look at
that
them.
field goal was very memorable.
I mean, it would have gone in from 80, but it was 40 yards wide. So I do think that, but I also think Miami in the last 4 games really kind of found that run pass balance, and they look efficient. Even in the Texas A&M game, you can say I'm going to run the ball, but how are you going to run the ball? Like,
Right.
and they seem to have different answers for different fronts, and they just look efficient to me. So I don't know, man. It feels like a team to me that, Saban said it before the playoffs, but at every position they're pretty dang good. I don't think it's the team you want to draw.
Well, listen, I saw that the Big Ten championship game on Indiana, Ohio State.
Yep.
And the only thing Ohio State respected is a fist fight.
Yep.
And I think Miami, I think that they're well equipped to go fist fight Ohio State.
Yeah.
Indiana fist fight for them defensively, offensively, ran the ball, that kind of stuff. And I think on both sides of the ball, with the big physical offensive line and the big physical defensive line, I think that's the only thing Ohio State is going to respect. I mean, it's going to be a bar fight.
Yep.
And I think it's going to come down to the end of the game,
I
the fourth quarter.
100% agree. I think when you look at this path that Miami got dealt, Texas A&M, Ohio State, more than likely Georgia. You look at those three teams and you go, okay, all three of those teams, we got to come in physical.
Yeah, well, you
And
better believe it.
you don't have to tell Miami to come in physical. They automatically come in physical, and that's how they've been all year. So I think this sets up. I'm not saying they're going to win those three games. I'm just saying if there is a team that could compete in those three back-to-back games, it is Miami.
Because at least up until that Indiana game, Ohio State's defense, historical, Georgia-esque from 21, giving up, single digits per game. But now you go to what this offensive line can do to either block for their run game or protect for Carson. That's a pretty big challenge for Ohio State that they may not have seen up until this point.
I agree with that, and I also think that as an offensive lineman, you love the fact that you do have a quarterback that can put you in the right protection every single time. Because their ability is not an issue. The only thing that'll ever mess them up is if the defense does something to confuse that offensive line. The five of them are pretty dang good.
Yeah.
So as long as you're setting the right protection and you do your business, you should be fine.
Well, you know what? I like that Ohio State did us a favor because, in the Texas A&M game, the offensive lineman said he's not worried about Bain, and, we got good players on the team. So the defensive lineman for Ohio State said he can't be blocked. He was on the press.
So now we know.
Yeah, he said he can't be blocked. I love that. Yeah. I mean, I love the fact that he said that. Now the offensive line should be inspired to prove him wrong.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that they tripped.
Who's gonna feel the pressure more? Is it Sayed? Is it Carson? When you look at that matchup.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's Carson just from the aspect he's been there. I mean, he's played in these games. How many big time games has he played in? I mean, it's countless at this point, right? So I think for him, he knows how to manage the emotions and all that come with this. Julian's a little younger now. I think the world of Julian Say, and
I did too.
I've known him since he was 8th grade, excuse me, and you could see then that there was something different about that kid. So I think he is a future top 5 pick, and I think he's probably going to do well on whatever night it is, Wednesday night. I think I can't keep my day straight during the holidays.
Me neither.
But yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to give the edge to Carson just from the aspect of he's been in this moment. He's played in front of these people. He's played in these games this winter, go home multiple times.
And then, Matt, I also wonder, I dig it, mentally he's prepared, but physically, the front he's going up against, Ohio State advantage or Miami advantage? Just the simple front that both are bringing into this game.
I think Miami's front is very good, obviously. Before Indiana had a key injury, Indiana's front is ridiculous good.
Yeah.
So he's seen some tough. He's seen that level, and
That was the best,
and they scored 10 points in that game against Indiana in the championship game. So you can look at it that way. That was also a dome stadium. They left some points in the field in that game too, though. So look, I think it's going to end up being what team can block the other team.
Yeah, that's
and
what
I
I'm
think
curious about.
I think if Miami can block, if Miami can block Ohio State, then I think Miami's going to have a lot of success. Yeah. If Ohio State can block Miami, Miami's got problems. They got problems.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, and one last thing on Julian, they played the Michigan game, and then you play that championship game, and then you get some time off, and I think he's probably much better equipped right now than he was even 3 weeks ago. Well, even if he hasn't, just the feeling of being there, right, Leon? Just that feeling of going, okay, I didn't know it was going to be like that. So in my head now, I've got to reconcile this, and I got to figure out how I get through this because you can't run from it. You're about to see hopefully 3 games of it if you're Ohio State. So I do think that little time off and the ability, they've got a great staff, the ability to sit down with him, review the film like you said, and for him to just kind of sit in this for a couple weeks, he won't be overwhelmed by it again. I don't think.
So I mean, Caden Curry is a bad man. I know Miami's got elite defensive ends. So does Ohio State.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out which one of those.
Somebody is going to have to figure out how to block those guys.
Okay.
One team or the other.
So, and we'll do this a little bit more, but at least to stay on the quarterback aspect of this. Heisman Mendoza versus Ty Simpson. And you can go Dante versus Barron. When you look at those games, what do you see?
Man, golly, you gave me two that we have one guy in.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I know. I know. I can't get rid of the homerism when you're talking about Fernando or Barron. No, I mean, I think both. I think all the way across the playoffs here, it's becoming more and more like the NFL because you look at the quarterback matchups and you see experience and you see guys that are working efficiently. And in the college game, coaches are putting more and more and more responsibility on the quarterbacks to make checks and calls.
Right.
Every single one of those guys that you just named are perfectly capable of doing that. So now it just comes down to like who makes the plays when it needs to be made. Mendoza's been doing it.
Yeah, it's hard to go against him right now.
He has been doing it. Yeah, and then
Siggs is really hot.
And you look at the other side, and Dante's been doing it. You know, I just the
we
quarterback
didn't mention
matchups.
Gunner and Trinidad, which is
right,
also
right. With two guys that have done it all year long. Now I do think there's more questions in that one. I think than what there are in the other ones. But yeah, I mean, it's
for Ole Miss, not for Georgia.
Right. It's a ton of questions for Ole Miss.
Yeah.
But it is a really good weekend for high level quarterback play. That's not always how it's been in college football. Right. But it's getting. We used to say all the time, why is there such a big gap between college and NFL? Like, why are they running spread in college and why don't they do it in the NFL? Man, that gap is narrowing.
Oh, yes.
The offenses are looking very similar. They're asking quarterbacks to do the similar thing. The pay's closer together now.
You know why? Because the NFL is now using more principles of RPO and zone read.
Those are the quarterbacks.
Those are the quarterbacks that are coming to
the
them,
league.
right?
And the only thing is they can't get the linemen down the field like they can in college. That's really
right. They're not getting Aaron Rodgers anymore. Yeah, they're just not.
No, the pocket guy. And hell, we talked about this with Phillip Rivers.
Yeah,
Phillip Rivers is that group. Early O's into
Eli. Those guys. They're not getting them anymore.
The Rodgers.
But isn't Mendoza like a pocket passer?
But he's also really athletic, man.
He actually is.
Yeah, he can get those hidden rush yards.
Most of the bunch, probably.
Yeah, but
they can all move.
He's also he gets those hidden yards. He definitely does.
Yeah. No, he's very smart too in knowing if you're in man, I'm gonna see the back of your jerseys.
Right, I'm right.
I can go take off and get 8.
Yep.
Which, by the way, Trevor is loving that idea.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's what I mean. I think the other thing I will add this. I think what college coaches start to realize is the NFL was asking their quarterbacks to do so much more than they were asking their quarterbacks to do, and the NFL was being successful at it. And so college started putting more and more responsibility on the quarterback's shoulders. We're throwing the ball younger in age. They're developing younger in age. And so now it is 90% between the ears. You have to have a certain elite skill set. And then from there, what separates people is what's between the ears and your knowledge and your feel.
It's a credit to what you guys do and the guys that basically players adopt one sport and that's all they play from a very early age. They're so much more prepared.
Well, and now it makes sense, too, because if you've got I hate to say this, and I don't want any DMs on this. Like, if you've got an elite 16-year-old, if you're listening to this, you probably don't have an elite 16-year-old. So there's very few of these, right? But if you've got an elite 16-year-old, it used to be like, okay, well, what am I going to do? Because the kid can't get paid for 8 more years.
Yeah.
Man, he's 2 years away from getting $1 million. You're going to invest in that kid, and you're going to train as much as you possibly can because there is an ROI coming.
Helicopter dads became jet dad as far as hovering right over the top of you. All right, Denny, we appreciate it as always. At Denny_Thompson, you can definitely find him on social. We appreciate it, my brother.
Go Canes.
Enjoy the trip to the Cotton Bowl. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
This Sunday, we blitz the bank. All week long, listen for the Blitz the Bank sounder and text the keyword BLITZ for your shot at tickets to see the Jags take down the Titans.
641-1010.
It's a Jags ticket blitz. Let's fill the seats and blitz the bank all week on 1010XL.
Are you ready to reclaim your backyard? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, Surfside Pools is the trusted name for expert pool design. Family owned and operated, they offer pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools transform your backyard into the oasis that you crave. Are you ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, where luxury meets leisure.
License number CPC 044080.
Gentlemen, start your engines. Want to be an MRN honorary pit reporter? Complete with tickets to the February 12th dual races at Daytona International Speedway. And shadow MRN reporters as they do interviews along pit road at the pre-race stage. Text RACE to the 1010XL text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010 for your chance to race to win at K1 Speed Racing Friday, January 9th. Best time wins. Thanks to K1 Speed and the Motor Racing Network.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Jacksonville.
Duval Fence is looking for the best in fence installers. Check out DuvalFence.com right now and fence in a great job opportunity. From estimates to installers, they're looking for you right now. Log on to DuvalFence.com for all the details. Equal opportunity employer.
Blitz.
How good is that? How good is that?
Bang.
How good is that?
Text Blitz to 641-1010 now.
I know it's football season, but I know you love basketball too. And youth sports are always in season at the First Coast YMCA. Registration is now open for winter basketball at the Y. Today, more than ever, our kids need to experience the joy of being a kid while also learning the importance of teamwork, respect, and healthy living. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, fun environment with an exciting youth basketball league. Learn more at fcymca.org.
The best financial move you can make this time of year? How about lowering your mortgage rate to 4.99% fixed APR, the lowest rate in years? How about getting up to $500,000 out of your home equity in the process? You can do it now by calling Loan Pronto. Hey, it's Prosser here, and with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get a ton of cash, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and skip up to 2 house payments. One homeowner just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Wiped out their credit cards and 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. So don't wait. No hard credit pull up front, and you probably won't even need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Act now. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Start the new year by wiping out your high-interest debt. 904-999-1508. And you can see how much cash you can get today. That's loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
This bowl season, upgrade your game plan with a visit to Burlock & Barrel, Duval's first distillery dedicated solely to whiskey, right in the Brooklyn Riverside neighborhood. Stop in to see how we turn local grains into small batch whiskey, earning awards at every competition. Book a tour, settle in for a tasting, or escape the scoreboard for a bit at our full whiskey bar. Whether your team's winning or character building, at least your whiskey can be solid. At Burlock & Barrel in Riverside or burlockandbarrel.com.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open at World Golf Village, providing state-of-the-art screenings and diagnostic exams with no referral required. Same-day appointments are available. Call today or visit ackermancancercenter.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway is last game of the season. Initially, I wasn't going to go to the Jaguars game, but I changed my mind. You know why I changed my mind?
Why?
Because winning the division is special. It absolutely is special, especially when you could do it against a team that's been a thorn in your side for I don't know how long.
Mm-hmm.
The hated Titans. So I'm going to the game, and I'm going to enjoy seeing us win the AFC South. And I think about myself all the time. I think in my career, I've won 6 divisional titles. No Super Bowl titles, by the way. But I'll take the division.
Of course.
I'll take the division all day. This is a special year. This is a special team. I want to be a part of it. And plus, I just got the email from the Jaguars that says they want me to say the first Duval in the stadium.
Oh, I
This
love
Sunday.
that. Round
Sunday.
of applause.
This Sunday, yes.
Awesome.
I'm going to say the first Duval. So, I got to go now, bro.
You're going to do it live or on video?
No. I'm going to be at the stadium.
And do it live.
And the first Duval, I just got a text from him.
You're going to make them go crazy, man.
That's what we want. And
Dude,
plus
I love that.
Plus the Titans disgust me. So I got to go to the game. I'm going to be there.
Yeah, I mean,
For sure.
it's you're winning a division. You possibly could be the 1 seed. Although, like I said earlier, under my scenario, I don't care what the seeds they are. I think it's going to be the Texans and the Jags right here for the AFC Championship game. You got a lot going on. You got a team that was 4-13. They're going to be 13-4. You got a quarterback who's white hot. You got a receiver who's white hot in Parker Washington. You got a defense that's making plays, that continues to turn the other team over. Why would you not want to go watch this team, man? Why would you not want to pack that place?
By the way, as we say that, our ticket, we're talking about Blitz in the Bank with the ticket giveaway. You got the Franchi Show that's going to be live on location later today at Strings. But you have got a chance, really, from this hour all the way into the night, from 1 to 9 p.m. today, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. tomorrow and Wednesday, and then 6 a to 1 p on Friday, where we will give away tickets, nonstop ticket giveaways. The text line will be your ticket to get in. And so via the 1010XL text line, we'll give away 1 pair of tickets each hour. Listeners will listen for those sounders. You have a chance to text in and win. And then also the 1010XL broadcast bus will be on the road tomorrow, Wednesday, Friday. And you got opportunity to win tickets there as well. So just be listening to the Superstation, because we got all sorts of opportunities for you to get to the bank. And make it loud. And like we said, this is the first time since 2005 that this team's won a dozen football games. Now, the biggest difference between that year and this year is that you've got a chance to win the AFC South, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
That year, the Jacksonville won 12. The last time they won a dozen, Coach Campbell was coaching in the building. The Indianapolis Colts were 14-2. Okay, that's kind of like you in '99 when you guys were 14-2 and the Titans were 13-3.
13-3, yeah.
That was when the AFC South had two damn good teams, and obviously in 2005 the same is true. But this team had to go on the road for those wild card games in 05 and 07. So
at
now
12-4.
Yeah. Plus, this team is this. I mean, if you don't think this team is different already by now, well, what they're doing. If you don't think they're on a special run right now, believe me, they are on a unique and rare run.
And
this thing may not end.
Yeah.
So go see it.
Well, the idea that they can respond to adversity, that they can answer the bell. You can come up with any other cliche or any other buzz term you want. When they get knocked down, they get back up. And they've been able to prove that they can do that. They've done it against good football teams. Look no further than what happened up on Mile High at Empower Mile High, whatever the hell they call it up there. The fact that they did that to Denver should give you the belief, the hope that no matter where you are, no matter who you're playing against.
And, and that's hard to explain, but and throughout my whole career in college and the pros, I never went into a game thinking we were going to lose. Of course,
There's
we lost.
something to it.
It's just something to it. There's something to it about your ability. That I told you earlier, I said I used to walk on the field with a swagger and a confidence about myself and look at my opponent and say, y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble. Y'all have no idea what I've got fueled up in me right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's another thing, too. The Niners, if they beat the Seahawks at home on Sunday, will have the 1 seed in the West.
Right.
The same Niners team that you went out there and beat in September.
Well, it's a good point, because if it does happen and the Broncos do hold, you will have beaten 2 number 1 seeds.
Yeah, let that sink in a little bit, everybody.
You will have beaten 2 number 1 seeds.
It's okay to it's okay to celebrate what's happened. I think that's what it is. I think a lot of people in the city are just kind of holding their breath a little bit.
Sure.
Like waiting to see, oh, here we go. But you know what? This is something unique.
And don't be Don't be waiting to pull out the same old Jags card. Just embrace this.
This doesn't come around often.
Yeah,
not in this league.
Yeah.
No way.
And so what you're seeing now, and we have the other playoff scenarios, but you got some big ball games between. Let's roll through them coming up here in just a second. As far as the ones that will help shape AFC and NFC playoff pictures before this weekend is done, the final weekend of the regular season.
XL Prime Time.
Driven by Duval Ford.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and when the weather starts to shift a little bit, especially during the fall, you've got some really cool stuff from Honda Off-Road.
We do. Favorite time of the year for me. Nice little chill in the air. We've got some side-by-sides. We've got the ATVs. Of course, they're legendary dirt bikes. We've got it all.
And for the hunter?
Oh, we've got side-by-sides that work and play.
All right, so make sure you check it out. Showroom wide open for you on Atlantic near Regency. If you want to go off-road and have some fun, check out Cycles of Jacksonville.
Ah, family's here. Ready for a perfect holiday?
Honey, the toilet's overflowing.
What? Now? With everyone here?
The sink's backed up too. Cool, it's like a water park in here.
Great! Best holiday ever.
Don't panic. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. They'll fix it before we're swimming in mashed potatoes.
Got a holiday plumbing disaster? Call Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is served by Tandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, adorable mascot for Checkmate Coatings.
If you're thinking of refinishing your garage floor, there's two things you need to know about us. My family has been in the concrete coatings industry for more than 40 years.
And I was drawn 6 months ago by an artist in New Jersey.
Why is that even relevant?
Well, you said 40 years experience, so I had to give them something.
Over the years, we've worked closely with major manufacturers to develop a multi-layer application process that creates beautiful, durable, and long-lasting floors.
So even decades from now, your garage floor will look as gorgeous as it did the day it was installed.
Experience?
Check. Durable?
Check. Decades of experience making garage floors gorgeous? Checkmate.
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
Coach Campo here, and I just want to tell you about the best pizza I've had right here in Duval, and that's Tony D's Pizza. Tony works hard to make every slice perfect. If you love pizza like I do, you need to go to Tony D's, Bay Meadows and 295.
Make Honda of the Avenues your first stop for award-winning customer service and world-class Honda vehicles. Our inventory is larger than ever, which means we have the perfect Honda waiting for you. Plus, at Honda of the Avenues, we always put our customers first, making the car buying experience fun, fast, and easy. You'll always find great deals on our huge selection of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, all prepped and ready for a test drive. Come see just how different car buying can be at Honda of the Avenues today. Stop by or shop from home at HondaoftheAvenues.com. Proud sponsor of Sporting Jacks.
Merry Christmas from 1010XL.
This is Robin Sidbury from Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. Family owned and operated since 1986. We'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a happy, safe, and prosperous New Year from our family to yours.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. The Weekend Rewind, brought to you by Cycles of Jacksonville, the big boy toy store for big boy toys.
Green Bay bows down to Lord Henry.
Derrick Henry with a hole. Derrick Henry! Touchdown! His 4th of the night!
San Francisco holds on.
4 seconds left, 2nd and goal. Here is Williams. He's got to throw it to the end zone. Clock has expired. Williams keeps the play alive. He's looking. He's got to get rid of it. Retreating, he throws. Incomplete. It's over. And the Niners have won.
The Bills couldn't seal the deal.
Allen looking to throw. Pressure throws. Incomplete. Don't see a flag. Eagles going to hold on.
Drake may have a day versus the Jets.
May inside, it's Diggs, it's a touchdown, and that catch is worth $500,000 too.
Trevor Lawrence X-rays determine he has that dog in him.
1st and goal for the Jags. Quarterback draw. Trevor Lawrence, 2nd time today. A rushing touchdown.
You gotta love the cyber chick when she breaks it down the way she just did. He got that dog in it, okay? And the Diesel, oh my gosh. That was the Weekend Rewind, brought to you by Cycles of Jacksonville. If you had a lousy weekend or if you didn't get that one perfect Christmas gift that you would love to have, I don't know, maybe the 4-wheeler, some off-road magic or on-road magic, check out Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency, or check them out on their Facebook page. 4 touchdowns, 216 total yards?
Yeah, I think it was 16. I gave him 3 extra yards.
It was a clinic in running the football. You would have thought that guy had just barely burst onto the scene, yet he was just polishing up a Hall of Fame resume with that performance.
Was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago where it was like 12 minutes left in the game in the 4th quarter and he was on the bench? Last week. I guess they learned their lesson.
You better believe it. And this was when, it might have been 2 weeks ago, but this is when Lamar was out, got knocked out of the game. And heck, you can go back to a couple of games that they absolutely have blown.
Well, he had in that game that Lamar was knocked out, he had like 11 carries for like 79 yards, and they stopped running him.
Right. New England came back in that game.
Yeah.
That was the reason why they stopped running it.
Yeah.
Anyway, just crazy performance from him. And he is in that rare, you want to talk about rare is rare? He and Jim Brown are the only guys that have done what he did. With 4 touchdowns, multiple games with that performance over 200 yards rushing. It was just, honestly, an incredible performance from the Diesel. All right, let's say hello to Helmets and Heels.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Lauren Brooks and Helmets and Heels getting ready to roll the band back together this week,
yes,
basically.
That's right.
Yeah.
Had to go out to Denver, get that dub, and then,
You went to the game and enjoyed it?
Yeah, we went to the game. It was absolutely fantastic. The Broncos fans hated us. And it was glorious. Absolutely glorious.
Well, I'll give them credit for one thing. I think Logs was one of the guys who pointed this out last week before the Jaguars played the Broncos. They have had a sellout ever since like the early 70s. And they have never been in an empty building. And they get in their seats early, too. They don't come strolling in late. It's not a Laker crowd or anything like that. They are in their seats.
It's not a Jaguars crowd.
Yeah.
Look, we like to tailgate more than they do.
Yeah.
And I think it's easier to tailgate in Jacksonville than Denver. I will say that as well.
Yeah. But a great environment. All right.
Yeah, a great environment to go in there and beat that egg.
Oh, you better believe it. All right, what's coming up?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll continue, of course, the Jaguars conversation. Talk a little college football as well, but yeah, we're going to talk a ton of Jags. I do have an important question for y'all. Is shrimp a Victory Monday thing?
It is. It's 7 weeks long.
That's what I thought. That way, yeah. That's what I thought.
Leon
Can't stop him now.
He will not let.
Never.
He's superstitious, and
we all are.
He's been feeding us left and right, and it's just endless.
Have we been winning?
Correct. Don't change a thing.
Not changing the thing.
Every time I walk in, I'm like, you can't keep. And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good, Lauren. We'll be listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Keep those superstitions going, and let's hope the Jags don't lose again.
That's right. Exactly right.
The best is you're telling him you can't keep doing that, and JJ going, why not?
Why not? Oh, it's beautiful.
By the way, real quick, there's lines out now for Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Max Crosby's next teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Max was not happy about being shut down.
Burrow, Giants. Lamar, Raiders, and Max Crosby, the Cowboys.
I was going to say Jacksonville. Come on, Max. We would love
He's in there. Max Crosby, the Jags are 12-1 odds.
Okay, all right. We had a great time today. Thanks to all of y'all. Hope you had a great Christmas. Looking forward to the new year. We will be back with you tomorrow, just hammering away at Joy in Whoville. Don't forget, you got the remote with the Frangie Show at Strings later today, so keep it locked right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM with a chance to win tickets and be at the bank with hopefully your Jaguars taking that AFC South crown.